welcome to my channel, Frogs and Fables. My name is Mei Ling. I'm very sick. Today, I'm going to be taking you through the process of how I create and design a new character for an upcoming launch, which is the Farmer's Market series. I'm so excited about this. Today, we're going to be designing our strawberry farmer. So here she is so far. She is so tiny. She's a little keychain. And as you can see, she's still missing an arm. So we're going to be sculpting today, and I'll show you how I came up with her design. You know, I still gotta include a butt. Oh! No! Alright, let's see what the damage is. Yes! She survived the fall. It's fine. This is just the test piece anyway. This is the first design that I'm going to be going off of making the products in the future, so it's okay if she gets a little bit messed up. We still love her though, and she's still intact. So the first step of my process of creating a new character is just jotting down the ideas that I have. So I have in my notes app just this one little note called frogs, and it's just a bullet point of all these ideas I have. Also, something I really love doing is going on Pinterest and saving ideas that just give me some inspiration. So for example, I knew that I wanted to have some type of spring summer launch. And in the past, I made my farmer frog, this little guy. And what I really loved about his details were the overalls, the strawberries, and the little tiny basket he has on his back. Once I have those ideas kind of established, then I go into Pinterest and type in cute overalls for spring or cute spring dresses. And from there, I came across some really cute ideas. Specifically, this dress. I love how it has the little like frills there, and I love the pockets. I saved that into my art inspo folder on Pinterest. And then I did the same thing. I knew I wanted to have like a cute little hat. So then I looked up stuff like strawberry hat ideas or like cute spring hats. So as I see more and more inspirations, then I kind of start getting more of a clear view of what I like and what type of style I'm going for. I'm getting so out of breath talking. I have been so sick these past few days, and I couldn't even go into work, but I knew that I needed to just sit down and film today, and so that's what I'm doing. So if you've been thinking about just starting a YouTube channel or just doing anything that is creative that you just want to put out there, there's never going to be a right time to do it. Take care of yourself. First off, I got some great sleep today. But the best way that you can love yourself is just doing the thing and putting it out there. It's never going to be perfect or even good, but that's how you start really loving yourself. Anyway, this next part of my process is to now take all of those inspiration pictures and actually start putting them into one piece. And so that's when I pulled out my Procreate app and started just drawing. I'm actually super proud of this cute little design that I made. This is coming from someone who has never really drawn, never done anything like that, and who has always believed that I couldn't draw or couldn't do whatever. All I'm saying is if you have an idea, just put it out there. Let me show you some of like my ugliest sketches. So this was a commission that I made for someone. It's the first little like idea drawing that I had for it. He's so ugly that he's cute in a way. These are the notes that I had put next to it. So I said racket and ball, sweatbands on head and hands, tennis shoes and socks. It doesn't have to be pretty. None of this process has to be pretty or aesthetic or cute. With more and more practice, I got more used to actually drawing my design. I finally kind of came to this, which I really like. These are like little bloomers, which I used to have bloomers that were exactly the same when I was a little kid. I loved them. And when I drew this, I was like, oh, you know what? This is actually kind of inspired by something that I used to wear when I was a child. You can get inspiration from anything, and also don't feel bad. Don't feel like you have to just come up with something so incredibly original that no one has ever seen before, because nothing is original. I just remember this one Steve Jobs quote where he said, creativity is just connecting things. And it's so true. It's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take one idea and another idea and then just put them together, and now it seems unique. This is a scattered video. So anyway, let me show you my process of actually taking this 2D image and making it into something that you can actually hold. Yeah, so this is what my desk looks like. I did not clean up from last time. I definitely got sold on the idea that having your own small business is going to be cute. I think like it can be, but it doesn't have to look so perfect and like a picture. Like you should be able to just take a picture and everything is going to be pristine and perfect. You can post it on Pinterest. And I feel like I shamed myself a lot in the past for that. Why is my process, why does it not look like this person's process? And I share this with you to tell you that your process is your own, and no matter how messy it is, how disorganized it might seem to someone else, if it makes sense to you and if it gives you energy, good for you. Don't let your messiness hold you back, okay? That's all I'm saying. I know for myself, this mess is not gonna help me feel super productive today, so I'm gonna clean up a little bit. Okay, so this next part of my video shows a lot of me failing, which I think we need to just keep showing more of because we're so used to seeing that polished version on social media. But in my opinion, the vulnerable parts are like the most important part. Let's normalize failing and not getting it right the first time or the 100th time, because there's no right or wrong way of doing things and it's all just part of your journey. As you'll see, my idea does not go as planned, but I'm going to keep it in the video because I'm sharing my journey with you, including all the messy parts. Alright, back to clay. This is what it looks like after I've taken it out of the oven. So now I'm going to put a thin layer of translucent clay over it. So I'm going to show you how I do that. We're going to put it in the oven again, and then let's finish off this frog design. Just a little quick tip, if you find that your clay sometimes rolls out like this, where it like shreds, this is what has been happening with the translucent clay for me. The tip I have is to take a little bit of okay, well I just spilled it all over my pants. Take a little bit of cornstarch and take your clay and just dab it in the cornstarch first before you roll it out. Once you roll it out, the clay is so much smoother, 100% better than it was before. A huge game changer is this Sculpting oven bake adhesive. It's just liquid clay. The technique I found to stop having so many air bubbles in the jars is to first put a lot of this adhesive on the clay, smooth it out, and it fills in all of those gaps where air bubbles would occur. I'm actually going to try my second attempt at doing this. I had to just completely wipe it off and restart. It was just too goopy last time and too uneven. I think I made it too much adhesive or something on it, so let me try rolling it a little bit better this time. This is just the process of learning. Figured I'd show this process of attempting it again because I could just cut away and have finished product, but I would not be showing you all the trials that it takes to actually figure stuff out. All I'm going to do is smooth it out a little bit, but this is way better. So once it comes out of the oven, it looks like this. It doesn't look like much right now because it's not super translucent, but I'm going to take some sandpaper and sand it down, and that's when it'll look pretty good. So something I'm thinking about as I'm sanding this down is I might honestly abandon the translucent clay idea in general. I think it honestly might just look better without the translucent clay. I think it's a fun idea and I want to probably try it in other ways later in the future, but thinking about this on a bigger scale when I actually make a bunch of these to actually sell in my shop, I think it's gonna look and just be better without even doing the translucent clay. So I'm just gonna make one without the translucent clay right now and compare them side by side and see. Kind of hard to see the strawberries. It's fine. So I'm gonna make that other one and I will be right back because it's gonna take way less time than that just took.
Later that same evening.
It keeps wanting to focus on the graveyard of strawberry jars. So this was the first one I did. Too purple, too many bubbles. The second version looks like oranges. Third one, way too much translucent clay and way too many bubbles. This one was better, but too big. Better, but still too big. The best so far before coming to the realization that sometimes simple is just better. But there you go, trial and error. You can definitely see side by side that the one without translucent clay just overall looks better, and it's all going to be UV resined anyway. This is literally what I go through when creating all of the different components of my pieces. Does it take a long time? Yeah, it sure does. And sometimes it's not really easy at all. It doesn't have to be easy to be fun, because I still had a blast making all of these and finding which one is the best for this project.
I have to sit there.
Alright, hello, it is a new day. I'm feeling a little bit better than yesterday. Let's finish this sculpt. This is what the little jam jar is looking like. I do think I still want to put the little strawberry on the jar, so let's go ahead and get that going. Okay, I just took her out of the oven. She is all done baking. The very last step is to UV resin her, and so I UV resin all of my pieces. It just creates a protective layer on everything. Also, if you've made it this far in the video, please comment down some name ideas for her, what name you think would suit her best. From the comments, I will pick my favorites, put them in a poll for you guys to choose. So you might be the one that picks her name. Let me go and resin her, and I will be back with some final thoughts. Also, real quick, I have stickers in my shop now. I came out with these two sticker designs. Have never put out any stickers before, so I'm super excited, and I know by the time this video is posted, they're already going to be on my Etsy. They're both waterproof. I've had them on my water bottle for so long, and I put them through the dishwasher so many times, and they still look great, so yeah, they're in my Etsy. Here she is all done. I hope that you enjoyed the little production, and I just wanted to tell you that I never thought that I could make something like this. I've spent so much time just observing and watching my friends grow and share their art and build their businesses, while I've just been stuck for a long time, like months even, without creating because I feel like I just wasn't ready or wasn't good enough. But deep inside, I just felt that calling, and I realized that that fear, that just means that you care and there's something worth your effort and your time, and I just don't want to wait anymore. I don't want to wait to create, and the frustration of failing is nothing compared to the pain of inaction. Maybe you've felt stuck too, and you've waited for that perfect moment or the right time or version of yourself, but none of that exists and no one is going to come and do it for you. I'm saying this because it's something that I needed to hear when I was struggling the most. And you are perfect, and your process is perfect because it's coming from you. And just know that you can take your time, but don't let time take your dreams away from you because you're scared. So that is the message I want to leave you with. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in my next videos. Bye.